if you thought Daniel Bryan was going to be crowbarred into another WrestleMania main event, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Yes, we are on the fast road to WrestleMania, alright. And with that, we've already got quite a few matches set up for this coming WrestleMania. And, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I am honestly looking forward to this one. I was looking forward to last year's not as much. Mainly was looking forward to seeing if The Undertaker was going to maintain his streak. And we all know what happened with that. By the way, I saw some clips of the retrospective on that, and one of the best reactions to it was somebody wrote, "It feels like my childhood got F5 3 times." Yeah, I know how you feel, buddy. But anyways, back to this. Now, Daniel Bryan will not be main eventing WrestleMania this year. That honor goes to Roman Reigns. That's right. But I'm going to get into that one a little bit later. First, I'm going to get to the undercard. I was honestly very surprised that they had John Cena lose to Rusev at this last pay-per-view. Yes, he was a little bit cheap with one distraction from Lana. But let's face it, that's a lot less than what you usually get whenever Cena loses. So, credit where credit is due. Not to mention, to have him actually get knocked out and then put in the accolade was a nice touch. I gotta say, I was like, wow, that's you don't see that. And Cena not overcoming the odds and powering out of a submission hold. He was knocked out and then put into it, which I thought was interesting. It was a nice touch, and also it gave this rivalry a little bit more to go with it. People were just going into this thing, oh, Cena's going to win, of course, and then blah, 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 blah. But now that we've actually seen Rusev, even before that whole incident, he was actually doing very well in the match against Cena. And I think that this could be a way to move Cena towards the mid-card now. And, let him finally be the person that... Sorry about that. That works with younger people and, let them show their talent. Let them show what they can do. And if they're good, push them forward. If they can't, bring it back a little bit. I don't like using the term buried. It's so overused, and if you look on any sort of, I do go on certain websites just to do what I call troll hunt, troll watching, troll safari. Yeah, I go on troll safari. It's kind of funny to see the butthurt, but I'll talk about the butthurt later. But I think Cena can do a good job at being the guy that younger wrestlers work with, and it'll be good for him, I think, as the character and for us as the fans, because this way, when he does win a title later on, we'll be, oh man, it's good to see Cena actually winning again. It'll be good to see him actually. You'll be in a position where you actually look forward and even cheer his next title reign, as opposed to him just winning it over and over again. So, in that sense, I kind of like if they're moving away from the title picture for a little bit, let him work with other people. But who's to say what's going to happen here? I don't know what they're going to do with Cena. I would like to see them have the rematch at WrestleMania and have it. I don't know if I would want it to be a I Quit match or maybe a Last Man Standing match. Last Man Standing match would be, I think, even better for the simple fact that Cena got knocked out in their first match, and then now you can say, okay, he can get knocked out. So why not have the match where he can be knocked out and lose the match that way? I mean, Cena's not perfect when it comes to these Last Man Standing matches. He has lost a few of these. So we'll see what they do. And I would like to see a Last Man Standing match between the two of them. They did have a good match at Fastlane, but I felt that it was kind of... They're holding back a little bit because they wanted to give us something bigger at WrestleMania. And if that's the case, fine. Give us something big at WrestleMania, and that'll be cool. I'll be cool with that. As for the tag team titles, I'm kind of surprised that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro won, especially since the Usos, they just gotten the titles back from The Miz and Damien Mizdow. Speaking of which, I'm kind of curious when that whole feud will really pick up steam and they, blow up and start feuding with each other. It would be nice to see that. But I was kind of surprised that Cesaro and Kidd won the titles so quickly. But then again, the tag titles have been, not defended all that much at WrestleMania. And one time they're actually defended on the pre-show. And I'm not a big fan of having a tag title match on the pre-show. I know it makes the pre-show seem a little bit more important, but I like to see those sort of matches actually take place on the actual pay-per-view. Just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. If you like it, cool. I mean, it's not for everyone. Now, as for the IC title, I'm kind of surprised that they're setting up for a fatal 4-way, because I thought it was going to be Ambrose getting another shot at WrestleMania, but instead they're going to put in Dolph Ziggler and what's his name in the IC title match, and it'll be cool to see what they do in that match, because you have two really great wrestlers with Dolph Ziggler and Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett's an underrated wrestler, I think, but he's definitely, for a man of his size, he's a good wrestler. He's a good brawler. He definitely plays to his strengths. And you have the lunacy of a Dean Ambrose that could make some innovative offense in this match. And I look forward to that sort of match if it's a fatal 4-way. I don't know what they'll do, if it's something added to it, or I'll look forward to see what they do on Monday's Raw. And they'll also have another person in there, but who cares? Speaking of Monday Night Raw, I can't wait to see Jon Stewart show up. I am a fan of The Daily Show. I watch it online. I like it. Jon Stewart's hilarious. And I really want to see what they do with him. When I saw that Seth Rollins showed up on The Daily Show, I was like, oh man, Seth Rollins! And that was really cool. And it was nice to see that. And, for me, here's my thought, and I've been thinking about this. What I would like to see is, since they seem to be going the whole setting up Orton versus Rollins, especially with Orton coming back, I would like to see Orton versus Rollins at WrestleMania with the special guest referee being Jon Stewart. I mean, just Jon Stewart in the match in some capacity would be cool to see. He doesn't have to wrestle. He just has to, be a part of it, and he can be the referee. And I would like to see that. I mean, I would like to see just the thought of him. One of my favorite things with referees is when they get smashed into a corner and they get hit all lightly and then they just flail on the ground. I would so like to see Jon Stewart do something like that. It'll be funny to see, but having him in the match, I would like to see. So, yeah. As far as the Divas go, the Divas can put on good matches. Give them some time. Don't give them just 2 minutes. Let them have a good match at WrestleMania. And Fastlane, look at the match that Nikki Bella had with Paige and Natalya along with her sister Brie. It was a decent match. And give them time, you can actually have a good match. And I would like to see a longer match for the Divas title at WrestleMania. Maybe they should bring somebody from NXT up to challenge at WrestleMania. I'd like that. But we'll see what they do. I hope that they start building up the Divas more. Let the women wrestle. Give them some time. I'd like to see that. Now, let's get on to the main event of WrestleMania. And first of all, the main event at Fastlane. Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. It was a good match. It was definitely good. The styles between the two of them meshed well. Nobody was carried. I hate when people try to use... I hate trying to use wrestling lingo. I'm just a fan. I'm not a wrestler. I shouldn't be using this. But, like I said, when I do troll hunting, or not troll hunting, troll safari, watching these idiots just type of how Daniel Bryan had to quote-unquote carry Roman Reigns to that match, I was like, oh, are you a wrestler? Should you really be using this sort of lingo? Both men put on a good performance. It showed that their styles do mesh well, like I said. Not to mention Roman Reigns is a better wrestler than people give him credit for. And not to mention he was willing to put up his title shot and shot up with his wrestling ability, which he showed he has. And he's a lot better than people give him credit for. He had a really good hard-hitting match against Daniel Bryan. And what more can we want? I mean, it was a really good match. It was the shots when they were hitting each other, when he hit Daniel Bryan with the forearms, or when Daniel Bryan was kicking him, those are some really good hard shots. And it was really like, man, this is a hard-hitting match. Seeing them go at it. Good reversals from Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan in this match. So I think he should be given a chance. Let him show what he can do. He is the one to start the new generation of wrestlers. Let him be the first. And then you have other people waiting their wings to challenge him and to build that next generation of wrestlers. And we got to start at some point. And why not now? And I'm fine with it being Roman Reigns. But some people are just so butthurt over it that what I call the yes cult. People in WWE call them the yes movement. They're a cult. They really are a cult, because if it's not Daniel Bryan the main eventing or being the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, it's not good enough for them. They cry, they moan, they bitch. Ugh. But they don't want to give anybody else a chance. Like, he's not getting your brain, he must be booed. He's not getting your brain, he must be booed. It was just, oh, shut up. Just shut up. But like I said, I'm willing to give Roman Reigns a chance. I still believe in the Shield. I still believe in the 3, now 4 members of the Shield. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. You guys, I hope, are the future. And I really can't wait to see Roman Reigns take on Brock Lesnar for the World Heavyweight Championship. When you saw them at the Royal Rumble, just the two of them confronting each other, that was really good, because it was simple, it was direct, no stupid mic work. It was just, you will respect me, and I'm going to kick your ass. That's it. I mean, you just need Roman Reigns. That's Roman Reigns' style on the mic. Quick, direct, forceful, and he doesn't need to cut 10-minute promos. Just let him cut something quick and simple. That's all he needs. And it works perfectly for him. But some people just want to hate. It's so bad, they actually made up a rumor that he failed a drug test and blah, 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 blah. I saw this on Yahoo. I was perusing, and I was like, oh, really? So I think somebody else sent it to me as well. Hey, check this out. So, oh, are you serious? People actually believe this? And then it came out, yeah, it was fake. When I read the story, I was like, this sounds so fake. And it came out, yeah, it was fake. But the yes cult bought it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, what are you going to do? What Roman Reigns can do is just go out there, prove everybody else wrong. And I can't wait to see it. So, that's what I think. Roman Reigns' time is going to come at WrestleMania. He's going to be the next WWE World Heavyweight Champion, I hope. If they do a cash-in with Seth Rollins, I don't want it to happen until maybe the next pay-per-view. I'm against cash-ins at WrestleMania, just on principle. It should just be the person who won Royal Rumble. It's their time to show whether or not they can go, and if they're going to be the ones that win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Just my thought. So that's what I think. What do you think? Is it going to be Roman Reigns as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion after WrestleMania? Sorry about that. What other title matches are we going to see? What would you like to see come up at WrestleMania? Now, my next couple videos are not going to be about wrestling. They're going to be about something else. I'm probably not going to talk about wrestling again until the week before WrestleMania. So, until then, take care. Bye.